Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. I just did my last video. It was my top 12 favorite snakes from 2019. Well, I think I said in that video I had a lot more to choose from and just a ton of stuff, so I decided to make a second top video or top snakes from 2019. So these are my top holdbacks from 2019 beyond the ones that I showed in my last video. I just had way too many to choose from, and anyway, you guys will understand these things are awesome. So let's just get it right into this and take a look. Some of these were in shed last time, so I couldn't include them. This is my first triple recessive. This is Hypo Ultramelpide. He's a low white Ultramelpide. I'd prefer this one to be more mid-white, but it's a male, and he's going to be a great breeder next year, and hopefully I'll produce some more higher white ones. But that hypo influence in this really lightened it up a little bit, made it look really, really cool. So that's a Hypo Ultramelpide. Okay, my next one that I'm going to show you, this is probably my favorite Orange Dream combo from last year. That is a Super OD Fire Cinnamon. And it's just crazy because it looks like you took an eraser and just erased a lot of the black pattern on its back. I definitely want to try to make more of these. Love that. Like to try to get Enchi in it too. Maybe even leopard, possibly. Yellow belly would be cool. Just something to make the colors pop even more. But between the color and the pattern of the snake, it's definitely one of my favorites from 2019. Okay, the next one. Here is a pastel Enchi banana genetic stripe. Now the banana and genetic stripe really look awesome as babies, but they do fade out quite a bit as they get older. So I figured, well, why not jack up the color and the pattern by putting Enchi in it? And they just have much bolder striping down here, and the color is really coming out a lot brighter than a typical banana genetic stripe or a typical pastel banana genetic stripe. Really like that snake a lot. So now I want to try to get leopard and Enchi and banana all in a single snake and see what that looks like. You probably saw the leopard genetic stripe from my last video. That also made the list of one of my tops from last year. Okay, the next one here, this is a Firefly Enchi Hypo. So Enchi, Fire, Pastel, and Hypo. Colors are really coming out nice on this with a really nice pattern. So the next step with this is probably to make a super Enchi version of it. I've got other genes in my Hypo collection that I can get into that as well. She's being a little shy. Not really letting you see her head very well. Okay, here's my next one. Sorry if I'm going through this kind of quick. I want to show a lot of these and I don't want this video to drag out too long. This is an albino leopard champagne. I'm really thrilled with how this comes out. It's really hard to change the pattern on a champagne. It takes a very powerful, really strong influencing gene to do that. Enchi is one, and leopard certainly is one. So on a normal leopard champagne, the yellow is going to be all kind of a more or less a brownish color, and then the white would all be black. So it'd be a heavily patterned black snake. So I think this one's going to maintain its pattern pretty well even as an adult. Okay, now on to some clowns. We're all in clowns from here on out because Clowns are one of my favorite morphs. I've been working with them since 2003, and it's just always been one of my top morphs. And so I've got a lot of clown combos, and this is one of them I really like. It's a very simple combo, relatively, I guess. It's a banana Enchi clown. Nothing beyond that in there. I want to see what I can do by putting some other things in that, but I just think that that looks awesome, just even the way it is right here, even if you never made any improvements on it. And of course, it'll get a little bit duller as it gets older, as virtually all ball pythons do, but you know, that's the challenge, is to see if you can eventually, through putting other genes in here, to get something that looks like that even as an adult. You know, just those oranges in the pattern are just incredible. I love them. Okay, one of my next favorites is the GHI Mojave clown. I really like those a lot. You know, I like bright light colored clown combos, but I also like dark too. So I want to see if I can add, you know, leopard into that. You know, there's some other genes too that I want to add into that too, and see if I can make it even darker than that while still maintaining the pattern. That's the big trick, is, you know, this has got a real banded, really crazy pattern to it. You don't want to lose that by adding too many dark genes in it. You still want to keep some contrast. At least that's what I want to do with it. So that's the GHI Mojave clown. And this is something that I could add to it. This is a Mojave leopard clown. A little bit broader pattern pattern compared to a typical leopard clown. Coloration is a little different too. I really like that snake too. I think that's got a lot of potential. And my next one is a Batman. That is the leopard spot nose clown. This is actually the only Batman I've ever produced. I was pretty late getting in on the spot nose game. Actually only have 2 spot nose animals in my entire collection, at least as breeders, and those are 2 spot nose het clown females. And one of those produced him. Her, I should say. Just kind of wish it was a boy, but it's not. So that is the Batman. Okay, and now I think I saved the best for last, in my opinion anyway. This is a pastel yellow belly calico clown. And I hope the coloration is coming through on the video, because this thing is bright. Now, pastel with clown, you know, a lot of times it does darken up quite a bit, but I think adding that yellow belly in there and adding calico in there is going to keep this thing looking great. It might not be as bright as it is right now, but it's going to stay looking great. Now, the key is, what can I add to that to make it even better? That's just how my mind works. I'm never, ever satisfied with how something looks. I always want to make something even better. So, you know, I'll experiment with different things. I'd actually like to make a freeway version of this. That's probably a couple of years off for me yet, but that's something that's definitely in the plans in the future. But, you know, black pastel may be cool. Orange Dream, you know, Enchi is something I definitely want to put in it. I hope the Enchi doesn't make the pattern too streamlined and you go back to more of that striping down the back. I don't want that. I want this, you know, this blown up kind of bandity looking crazy pattern. I just think that calico has so much potential in clown. Even though the typical normal calico clown isn't anything real crazy, it's adding yellow belly. Yellow belly is what really brings out the potential in calico clown, I think. And then here's a couple of siblings. These, I guess, will just be honorable mentions. This is a pastel, I believe that this is a pastel calico clown. And here's another one. I did show these in a video when they first hatched, I think, but you know, they're getting a little bit of size on them now. So, you know, just look at the difference between these three. This one's pattern is, see, I'm assuming the yellow belly is what's changing the pattern with this so much. So yeah, this is, I don't know if it's my favorite ball python from last year. You know, I have so many of them that I really like a lot. I can't really say for sure. You know, it varies from day to day, but I just, you know, every day I will go through and water and clean these guys. You know, I just look at them and I'm just absolutely amazed that I have these things in my collection. So I don't know, I could just sit there and stare at this one forever. This one may be my favorite from 2019. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, it kind of changes from day to day depending on what I'm looking at, but this is easily one of my favorites. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Seeing all my favorite ball python holdbacks from 2019. None of these guys are for sale, but I'm hoping to make more of them. And of course, I've got a lot of other ball pythons available if you're interested in them. Check out my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com, and I will be back again very shortly with another video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do it on yet. I don't have a whole lot hatching right now, but I do have some stuff hatching, and I've got I'll probably show some adults and things too. So stay tuned. I'll be back soon with another video, and go pack.